Hello, sir. Welcome.
Mr. Superstar, you just released an album. You feeling good about that?
Feeling amazing about that. What were you doing at midnight last night?
At midnight, well, see, I was supposed to be going to bed, right? Because my mom's birthday is today,
Hmm.
and I should be a good son and, be fully energized for work and her birthday. But I had stayed up to wait for the release for a little, indie artist, Nash Foster Phoenix. What about you? What were you doing last night?
I was asleep. I I I probably had fallen asleep a couple times, and I said to myself, I'll just wake up so I can post at midnight.
Sure.
And I did, and I got so excited from your messages and some other friends' messages. And
Heck yeah.
I went back and sleep. I was like, oh, here we go. Now I'm just like I feel calm and
Sure.
happy, and it's like this is done now. We get to
Yeah. Hey, not only did we did it, we accomplished it, but like we even nailed exactly what we said we were gonna do when we were gonna do it. Um,
right, right.
that's a good feeling. Making spreadsheets for you,
Mhm.
to listening to songs, giving feedback,
Yeah.
to planning your GPS route from meetings to job interviews to other meetings, and it's been fun to be a part of the project. And I've really enjoyed doing, especially some of the marketing work, doing some video, editing, um, even doing like one or two little minor vocals has been just it's been fun
Mhm.
to feel like I've done some contributing. Other than it's been cool to be I don't know what the right word is, but more or less kind of the a flexible piece to the project. Um, and really get a full scope of what the process has been throughout the creation of this album.
And that's what I've thought in the past is that this whole venture is us doing what we can, kind of grabbing here and here and here and here,
Right.
and doing that until we get some semblance
Yeah.
of reality. And that ended up manifesting in a couple different things. We show them the t-shirt, Logan.
Absolutely. So here we've got one of the merch creations.
Yes. This one we made for the Kickstarter.
Hmm.
Let's talk about that. We started that in September, or we began the Kickstarter itself began in September.
Yeah,
We plotted before that, and then you came and you visited me
I did.
in Cloud, and that we had kind of flirted with the idea of collaborating,
Hmm.
but it was that trip you said that really inspired you to get on board.
I think it was a trip visiting grandparents with my dad, and we were just in the area, and I realized that I could probably spare a day to quick steal my grandma's car and drive to St. Cloud. I've known you since we were babies.
I remember when you came, and I was at the red carpet shooting photos of the Foxy Grandpas. That was almost exactly a year ago, by the way.
Yeah, I still follow them on Instagram, bro.
Nice. They're still killing it. It's cool to appeal and represent that part of people's interest in their purview, and then because we're where we are, the intimacy, like being able to interact with people, getting feedback, something that is a cool advantage, is a cool
Hmm.
thing to do with a community and a group. And that's what I hope to do is continue to make this for other people and um, continue to interact and figure out fun ways to give people a real bona fide fan experience because that is what we want. That's what I want. Greatest
Hmm.
moment of my life is when Phoebe Bridgers Instagram messaged me. Can't say that without smiling. She just sent me a single emoji. Um, but I remember every detail of the room I was sitting in. What do people want? What
Yeah.
do customers want? And I get surprised on what those answers are. I wish there was more people I knew that we're out here in St. Cloud doing this, and just in small towns in general. I think that's the magic of like DistroKid and all these production services that we're using to make things easy and faster and doable, is we can create these musical communities and do it on boots on the ground type stuff, like meeting people in person, holding concerts. That's awesome. It's totally something I want to do, to be, at least in part, along with all my other roles in life, and hopefully not at the cost of them, to be a person who, when you see me, you remember what I'm doing, or the experience you had, the positive experience you had listening to my music.
Right.
That's something that is comforting and fun to you, and hopefully you come over and say hi. And yeah.